we had, and from that point on, it just began to grow. I mean, we had Richard Rubenstein and Salah Hassan had a meeting at a very nice hotel, garden area in Manhattan, Fifth Avenue, you know, in the 50s, something like that. This is very plush. And there we are. And he had every major critic, a writer from every major newspaper, television show, Rex Reed, oh God, Rona Barrett. Anybody remember Rona Barrett?
Definitely, yeah.
She was there. Cisco and Ebert, one of them was there. And then
Gene Shalit?
Gene Shalit was there as well, yes. All of these people. And you know, at this point, this thing is beginning to grow and grow and grow. So eventually we had the screening for the press and everyone else, and the grand, I guess it's the gala, what would you call that? I guess the premiere, yeah? So we have this in New York, and then we go to a restaurant, and we're on the bar where everybody's there, we're hanging around, and we're talking, and someone from the New York Times, a reporter, a woman, came up to me. I was sitting at a table with some friends of mine, and she sat there and said, "How's it feel to kill children in a film?" And I went, "What?" And I said, "This is a film. It's not real. It's fantasy." Okay, you know. And I lost a lot of friends when this film came out. And you know, some of my acting teachers said, "Oh man, they'll never see." And this film is fine, but they won't see what a fine actor you are in this role. Then other people came up who said, "You did this film," and I never saw them again. Other people were, I just lost people who were supposedly either comrades or friends or people that I knew, and they just, they didn't accept it. So a lot of people, you know, have come on board since 40 years ago. But when we first came out, there were a lot of people who had some problems with it. Even though we got great reviews from Roland Barrett, Cisco and Ebert, Rex Reed, anybody, I got great reviews from everyone. But there were a lot of people that had problems with it. They had problems with me doing it. Because I was, you know, one of the up and coming, you know, actors in the city of New York. Everybody was talking, you know, I had people, and they expected more out of me, and I wouldn't be involved in this kind of film that had people eating, you know, intestines and, you know, that kind of thing, and they thought it was a little bit beneath me. And for that reason, I lost a lot of people, a lot of friends. So I never considered that. I considered only that it was a project that I was involved in, that I was proud of. How could I? Because, you know, when Dwayne did Night of the Living Dead, I don't know about the distribution of that and where exactly I saw it. I'm sure that all of you, some of you people that have the experience saw it, you know, in the theater or something like that. But Dawn of the Dead played everywhere. I'm telling you, it opened. Salah Hassan and Richard Rubenstein got this film in every theater and every drive-in in America. And then, who did it what's his name? In Europe. Dario had it all over Europe. So this film was seen everywhere. Let me give you another little story. This is good. I left New York. No, it was playing in New York. I'm gonna put these stories together, but I'm gonna do them very quickly. I'm in New York, and Scotty and I are having a few screenings of it, and they went well. Yeah, we always told people if you can get past the stair scene where the woman or the guy bites the woman in the neck, or whatever that is, and you get past that, you can watch the entire film. And that was the water test for everybody. So This film is not showing in New York on 42nd Street, in some of the old rundown theaters there. It's not showing, you know, in some of the other theaters, maybe down the Village or midnight showings and that kind of thing, an art house. No, this film is showing at the Winter Garden Theater on 50th Street and 8th Avenue. This is a major theater. Lowe's on 44th Street. It was also at the Embassy, not the Embassy, Winter Garden, and it was on the east side in the 60s. So this film is, you know, this is not just being shown, you know, in an art house, okay? Then I leave New York, I go to Indiana, headed to California behind the film. Everyone in Indiana is seeing the film. I'm on PBS doing interviews in Indiana about this film. I'm being interviewed by every major network in Indianapolis on the film, about the film. Right? I leave Indiana. I go to LA. I'm driving limo for about 6 months, right? But I'm not, you know, but this happens, I think, in my first couple months in LA, because Scott was doing the same thing, and he became a, what do they call it? What's the guy that sends things out?
Like dispatcher?
Dispatcher, sorry. So he became a dispatcher, and he said, Ken, do you want to pick up someone at the airport? And I said, okay. He said, you have him all day? I said, all right, I'll do that. So I picked him up. You know, we're trying to get work now as actors, but we had to eat, so we had to find some way to find, it's the actor's life. So I go to the airport, and I hear somebody shouting my name. And it's pretty loud. And he said, Ken Foree, Ken Foree, Ken Foree, oh my God, Ken Foree, Ken Foree. I'm looking at him, and then I see this guy coming towards me. And he says, my God, I saw you at the Westchester Drive-In in Westchester County, New York. You know this is a very affluent kind of community. So I saw you driving in Westchester County with my girlfriend, and you're great. I'm your biggest fans. And the man's name, now this goes back to those people with a little experience. The man's name was Bob Fosse. Okay, that's not gonna mean anything to some of you people, but Bob Fosse at that point was one of the biggest choreographers on Broadway. I think, anybody see the film All That Jazz? That's Bob Fosse, that's his story. And so I was taking Bob Fosse to the premiere of All That Jazz that night with Daniel Melnick, who was from Sony Pictures. At that time it was MGM. And so Bob asked me, he said, what are you doing here, Ken? And I said, I'm picking you up, I think. he said, what do you mean pick me up? I said, aren't you're Bob? I'm Bob Fosse, yeah. Well, I'm picking you up, I'm driving. He said, what? You gotta be kidding me. I said, no. So that night, you know, I drove him, Daniel Melnick, both their dates to the premiere, right off of Wilshire, across near UCLA. If you guys have any idea where that might be, some of you. But, you know, very nice area, West LA. We go in, and they said, park the car, you coming in with us. So they brought me in, they set me in the back, and I got to see the film. And then at the end of the evening, I'm driving them back and taking them home. And at some point, before we drop off anybody, Bob, Daniel, and the two ladies are in the car, and I'm driving. And Bob says, Ken, how does it feel to have starred in a film like Dawn of the Dead, and to have, you know, done as well in that kind of role, you know, he was giving me a compliment that I did a good job as an actor in the role. How does it feel to be now driving a limousine? And I said, pretty damn shitty, Bob, to tell you the truth. Pretty damn shitty. So just about Fosse's story. So to tell you, if I were, go back to what you're saying,
Sure.
was, did I have problems with the film? There were issues with the film, of course. But I never considered that because as soon as I got to LA, within a certain period of time, I was working in television. In a certain period of time, I was back doing another horror film. I think Texas Chainsaw came up, or From Beyond, or something else came in at that point. I was busy, and I didn't consider. I knew that Sala and Richard had really done a great job of distributing the film, but I didn't know that it had become such a classic, that there were so many fans involved. I had no idea because I was working television. I was doing television. I was doing comedy. Whatever I could. I wasn't a working actor at that point.
I asked some of the previous guests, so I ask you then, when did you first really get a sense of the impact that this movie had? And like all these people here, when did that really hit you?
I got a call from Fangoria magazine. Yeah, we can do that. Fangoria magazine. Come on, guys. You gotta applaud the people that support you and have fed you and nourished you all these years. And they said, would you like to come to New York and sign autographs for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe do 45 minutes. I'll definitely do 45 minutes in front of an audience each of those days. And the rest of the time is yours, and we'll pay you this amount of money. I said, New York, during July? Oh, absolutely. And plus there's here goes another story real quick, all right? There's a thing called the Jazz Bowl in New York at Grant's Tomb. I knew that I've never been back to New York since becoming an actor to go to Grant's Tomb to see all the old buddies I knew before I became an actor. And I knew I would in July, but I never got there in July. Now I'm going to go back and do this job with Fangoria, and I'm going to have a chance to go to Grant's Tomb and see all of my friends, right? I said, this is great. I've been trying to do this for years. Haven't been able to do it. This is great. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to New York, do Fangoria, whatever Fangoria is, whoever they are, they're going to pay me. I'm going to do this, and I have all this time to myself, and I'll be able to do, what I can do, 2 hours? Come on, 2 hours a day, and then this is a great job. And I'll be in New York in July, be invited to go to Grant's Tomb to see all my buddies and say, hey, guess what I've been doing, guys? Hey, Well, I get there, and I'm doing exactly that. I go up, I talk to the audience, I go in the back, they have pictures ready, the lines of people, I sign until I finish, and I go visit my relatives, right? So at the end of this, the third day, Sunday, I'm noticing that all of these people seem to be taking this elevator in this hotel going upstairs. I said, what is upstairs? There seems to be something going on upstairs. So Sunday, I decide before I go uptown, visit relatives, I said, I'm gonna go and check and see what's upstairs. So I go upstairs, and second floor, third floor. So I see all of these people vendors with their products. A guy comes out of a room and has me sign a couple of pictures real quick. He says, will you sign these for me? I said, sure, why not? I signed about 4 pictures, then he looked at me like he had just stolen my wallet. And he walked and slithered away. See, I guess he's gonna sell them, and he thought he got over. And I walk into another room, and I'm telling you, I'm only there for 15 minutes at the most. I haven't gone down the hall. I'm in the first 2 doors or 3 doors of this floor. I walk into a room, and there's a gentleman that has a card table. Like a regular card table, like little fold-up things. And on the table, he's got little statuettes of me. The whole table's full of statuettes of me. And I walk up and And he says, oh, hi, Mr. Foree, would you like one? I said, yeah, I'd like two. So I take the two statuettes. I said, what the heck is going on? I had no idea there was a business room. I didn't know. It was the first person. I had no conception. All right, now, just to finish this off. Now, I'm supposed to be going to Grant's tomb, right, guys? Right? I'm going to see Grant's tomb. I'm going to see my friends, right? My buddy. I'm going to be the hero, right? I'm going to, hey, guys, it's me. I'm back. What's going on? A friend of mine has a penthouse apartment on 15th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. This is really a nice place. Windows all the way around, 1 bedroom, chick lair, get that kind of thing. And he's going to Virginia Beach. And he says, Ken, what are you doing? I said, I'm here. I'm going, I'll be here for a little while. And he said, well, I'm leaving for Virginia Beach. I said, I'd like to see you. He said, well, you want to use my place? I said, yeah, real nice. Grant's tomb, his place, overlooking, his view was the World Trade Center. That was the view I had, all right? So, I'm having parties. This is not Grant Tombs, it's coming up on the weekend. So this is Monday or Tuesday. And I'm having friends come by, the champagne is flowing, everybody's looking out, I'm having a great time. I'm having a ball, what is this? This is in my 20s, are you kidding me? You know what's going on. I'm having fun. So, I get a call from my agent. Ken, they want you to come to Vancouver and shoot this TV. No, Cheryl, no. I'm in New York, and I've got something I have to do. And I'm not going to leave here until I do this. So I'm not going to do this television show, okay? I can't do it. Okay, thanks, man. Next day, Ken. Yeah, Cheryl, what's going on? They doubled the money. They really want you. I said, look, Cheryl, I don't really want to come. I'm not going to do this. I've got something to do here. And I said, what kind of role is it anyway? It's a prisoner role. I'm not playing any more prisoners. No, I'm not coming. No. Exit out. I'm not doing it. Talk to you later. Bye. Bing, next day. Ring-a-ding-a-ding, ring-a-ding-a-ding. Hello. Yeah, Cheryl, what's going on? Ken, they've quadrupled the money. And they've given you a romantic interest. And you're playing a prison guard, not a prisoner. I want to go to Grant's tomb. I can't pass up quadruple the money. And now they checkmate. You're not playing a prisoner, you're playing a prison guard. You have a romantic interest. What's your complaint now, big fella? So Thursday, I'm on a plane headed for Vancouver. I get to Vancouver, and I'm so pissed. I get to the set, and for some reason on this studio where they're shooting this TV show, there's nobody there. I'm in the parking lot, I'm walking toward the set, I'm walking toward what I see is looks like a trailer with like a food trailer, one of those. I'm walking towards it, and as I'm walking, I haven't gotten a script. I don't even know what the heck. I don't have a line. So I'm pissed. So I'm doing something completely out of norm for me. I don't do this. I'm cursing at the top of my. Why am I here? What is going on? I am just beside myself. Somebody calls me. They say, Big Kenny. Now, nobody knows me as Big Kenny except for guys that play basketball with me in New York. All right? When I lived in New York. before I started acting, Big Kenny. So I'm thinking, who the heck? So I turned, and it's this young man. And he's walking towards me. He said, glad we were able to get you here. We really wanted you. And he's walking towards me, and he's about as close as you are to me at this point. And I'm looking, I said, well, thank you, I'm glad to be here. You got a script? He said, no. He said, you don't remember me, do you? And I looked at him, I said, well, no, I don't. He said, my name's David. Remember, you used to play basketball with my brother at the YHA on 14th Street, 1st Avenue. And you used to kick me out and my buddy out every day when you big guys came in to play ball. And remember, I had, my friend was a black guy, kid, he was with me and had red tennis shoes, light bulb, red tennis shoes, black kid. Remember kicking them off out every day? Oh yeah, I remember, hey kid, you grew up, what's up? Oh, good. I said, can you give me a better hotel room? It was David Duchovny. The show was X-Files. The role I turned down, the prisoner role, I'm not going to play any more prisoners, was nominated for an NAACP award. I didn't play the role, I turned it down. I'm the fool who turned it down. I'm not playing more prisoner roles. He didn't have to do much, this guy, to get this role. To get this award. He's gone now, but he was a friend, and he's a good actor, very good actor, and you've seen him before. He's no longer with us. But the role, he didn't have to do that much. He dies almost in the electric chair. He's in his prison cell, and he comes back and haunts everyone. But the NAACP gave him an award. I could have been down getting an award. No, dum-dum is up there. I got a romantic interest. So that's the story. I hope it was entertaining.
Every story that you've told has been entertaining. We're all out of time, I'm afraid. But a big round of applause for Ken. And please remember, everybody, that he's drawing for the 6 photo ops on the roof of Monroeville Mall at 11. And also right over there, there's stuff at the table to take a look at.
Anybody want a picture and you want to pay me money, come over there.
Oh, right
I'll
over
take
there.
every dime you give me.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for being there for me.